Well, this has been such a fun week. We've had so much activity, so many people, so many children all bouncing around, so many adults helping out, and this is what we need to be doing. It is so exciting to be a part of a church that is saying there is a hope and there is a vision and there is a light, and God's light is with us, and this is what we have been seeing this week. And it's been so special to have so many people from our neighborhood, from people who've been a part of the church in our history, people who are friends and family, coming along and enjoying the time and being able to help out as well. And we're just so thankful to all of them. But right now, we're just going to talk a little bit about God's light and what God can do. And we have a helper who's going to be helping us out as well. Where's Russ? There's Russ. Okay. And we had this during the time, and I just want to go through it again. And with the young people, I'm going to sit down here for a second, and we're going to talk about some of the things that happen in our lives. I can sit down. Isn't that amazing? I might need help to get up again, but I can sit down. But you know, one of the things that's so special is that we are like God's light in the world. And we are that balloon as well that can be blown up, and at times we're really flat, and at times we can go up and we can be really, really big. Look at that, with a real smiley face. But then sometimes some things happen to us and it's not so good. And sometimes it's almost sour, and there's a lemon. And we have those horrible things that happen in our lives, and it feels all ugh. Have you ever had a ugh in your life where it doesn't feel good? Yeah? Yeah. Sometimes it's not so good. Have you ever eaten a lemon? Yeah. Do they taste good? No, they are sour. And so what can happen is that you can have a nice balloon and you're real happy, and then suddenly you have this lemon come along. Ah! And that's what can happen in our lives. Well, sometimes also you can go along and you're a big, smiley balloon. And there you are, smiley and happy. And then you know what happens? There's some hot things, some yucky things that come into our lives. And we go, oh, that's not so good. And you know, ah! And it goes off again. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up from here at all. But then sometimes you have the balloons, and they are so nice, and they are feeling flat to begin with. And then what happens is that God comes into our lives, and God can make things really, really better. And instead of being all flat, God comes and God makes us full and bubbly and bouncy. And it can just go on and on and on and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hopefully it can get real big. Let's see what happens. It worked in the week. That's the most important time. But what can happen is that it can come in and it gets so big, and we might have to wait for a little while for it to get even bigger and bigger and bigger, but it can just take off, and we can be so filled. Instead of being real flat, God can come and give us a whole new life, and we are so thankful. And so I hope for all of you, you had a good time this past week, right? So thank you. Thank you again to everyone.